leaving it up to God is something you got to find within yourself first. You know, so let's get into it.
You know, Jet Sparks in this motherfucker. And, you know, Star Pilot in this motherfucker. That's all I got to say in this bitch. Check it. Turn. Woo! Bitch, I am a dragon. Turn. Always that you gonna, nigga, you a has-been. Check. If you think that you can suffer, bitch, you suck that captain. Turn. I'm the only dude for God, you bitch, you ask what happened. Check, 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 check. Shadow word. Turn. I'll come cool. If pussy got it hurt, beat it up like Cashapp, cause you bout them late to work. Got that pussy screaming, how he best you keep it church. Say my name, Jasper, is a cloud. Flying through the galaxy, I gotta keep that loud. When you're on your own, you gotta remember who got that crown. I be taking shit, stop pilot, he knows all about that sound. It takes ears to see and not to listen. He know about your intuition. It's kinda sorta just like fish. She suck it with no hair, she switch. I ain't used to this. Doors to the disc. Michael, she a wish. Flying through a trip. I smoke weed off fire. I do. I smoke weed off fire. I do. Usually by myself. Yup. Usually by myself. Yup. Usually by myself. Yup. Usually by myself. Yup. We truly will set you free. Cause I smoke weed like my fellas. Yeah. Usually by myself. Usually by myself. Usually by myself. Usually by myself. Hey, you know what? This is the second intro on this bitch. I just feel like doing it like that. That's it, nigga. For all you industry rappers. Yeah. Every time I hear your shit, got me in my mind thinking that shit was ass. All you niggas drop a catchers in my shit. Like I to your hood like them who did y'all bad. That's what's he the one you know be taking trips. Fully in the mix like grandma's cooking, bitch. Fuck around and see how quick you'll end up dish. I'm not talking death, but no, I'll fire her ass. And nigga, that's how I'm gonna say it. You might be too weak, you pray to God, you just don't hear it. God ain't even here, she is. Things boxing in some shit. Nigga, you ain't shit. Baby wanna shit. Dump it in a shit. Keep it in a ditch. Looking at it, that's how your spirits man. I'm just being low key. She said choke me, I just smoke me. My weed squad me. Can I down be wedding ring tea? Get some coffee. Get into the bag. Smoking on a sad. Bitch, she's super fast. Having all that ass. I just take that down, you know I'm saying this shit. You ready up at party, super party. And my place is we gon' climax me.
You know, that's a real spiritual angel gangster music right there, nigga. God damn. It was in the soul. You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, the smoke clouds making noise. That's enough of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Real motherfucking shit. Alright. 1 second. Okay. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like the space when you're kind of understanding yourself within the aspect of what you choose to entertain, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the process you go within yourself in each pillar, you kind of guides you to the context clue of understanding that, you know what I'm saying, you know, in order for God to help you, you got to know that it's within you. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know if you don't know what's within you, you'll be in a perception on where you're searching for hope and blessings and all this nonsense and shit like that. And the lesson you got to learn, because we're in school right now, you got to understand that the lesson is your experiences. You know what I'm saying? And based on your experiences, guides you to that heavenly gate or whatever is on your mind to take you to that promised land. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you may be in a space somewhere you may think to yourself like, but like, in order for me to get to this space, like 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 why do I feel like I have to go through so much? And really, you don't really gotta go. It's really not you having to go through anything. You know what I'm saying? It's really you having to understand that, you know what I'm saying, the process you have within yourself, kind of dictates the similar situations you go within an individual goes within themselves. So once you understand that, you'll be in a space somewhere the whole context is happening within the way on how within that how that's playing out. You may not understand how that's playing out. You may think to yourself, yeah, but like I may have to like why is that? Why do I have to go through this so much? But it's really not you having gone through so much. It's really you having just go through the experience on your own. You know what I'm saying? Because once you go through the experience on your own, now you're developing spiritual wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Saying that spiritual wisdom and knowledge takes you and guides you to any space in your life that helps you with your so within, so without area. You know what I'm saying? And that so within, so without area is the space on where what you're doing is you're kind of developing certain mind states within yourself that's actually happening to help you within a scenario where if what you're doing is this, then then know how to switch it up to this. And if what you're doing is this, know how to switch it up to this. So it's like now you're having some sort of a continence distance. I never know how to say that word. Continence distance on the space on where you're supposed to be as a spirit, where what you're relating towards is the actual space and things of that nature. Give me 1 second. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! What? I didn't even click on the video. I guess. But yeah, so it's like that in a context clue. You know what I'm saying? And understanding this too is once you understand that, you'll be in a space where the whole thing you're doing within yourself like it'll open you up to more broad horizons, more ways in how you look at things and see things. You know what I'm saying? Because the things you're looking at and seeing become uh the main points of views that become your creation element, your creation context clues and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So once you understand that, you're understanding the whole process of that process of elimination within yourself. So you're knowing how to guide yourself through the thick and thin through our scenarios in your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's why when you're going through when you're understanding yourself, your inner natures, you understand your inner travels and things of that nature, it's good to understand that, you know what I'm saying, the things you're doing, what the fuck? The things you're doing, well, let me say for live and direct. Let me see if this volume is good. Give me 1 second. It's not playing on my, oh, so that's why it's muted. Oh, we good. But yeah, so that's why it's kind of good to go have some sort of uh, relevant energy within yourself, understanding what you're doing within yourself. Because once you do that, you'll be in a space on where the things you're actually coming to, the things that you're coming against within yourself, it's like you're battling your inner natures, your inner energies. You know what I'm saying? And like no matter what, it's like the stuff that um you materialize in your life and manifest and things of that nature, if you want to use the word manifest, but the things you materialize in your life and manifest will be in a space on where if you're in a way on how, like, you know how to battle these things that become the negative outcomes in your life, or know how to see the positive and know how to take, like, for example, something negative may have happened, but it may have not, it may have not been seen as negative to you, but to the common individual, that's something negative. You know what I'm saying? And what you got to be able to do is you got to be able to look at that and just rise that certain characteristic into your higher natures, and see within the element of where, if this happened to me, then I must be going through a spiritual process where what I'm going through within my real life is it will lead to prosperity, or goal ship, or like getting me into that, making that shit like esoteric currency. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand the esoteric currency being within your mind, you understand that the space on where you're kind of projecting, you're creating that scenario, is like you hovering around that certain elemental, that worldview. You know what I'm saying? And then once you're hovering around that worldview, you'll have this certain way and how you should this the you it's like you're going into brains, you're going into certain brains and mind states. You know what I'm saying? And once you go into a certain brain and mind state, you understand that, okay, this certain brain and mind state that's coming up within my process of how I see something, it may no matter what, it may not add up all the way, but if I know how to make sense out of it, it's like somebody, like it could be something like a weird thing. Like, you could be driving on the street and someone was driving fine, but until until like you get behind them, now they want to drive hella slow. That's just an example. But when you're looking at it like that, you're in a space on where, like, now you're understanding that, oh shit, people have their own things on ways and how they do stuff, and they may not even be aware of actually you. It just might be something in their mind that they're trying to they're battling within themselves. So once you understand that, we all have that some certain thing that we go within ourselves to try to understand. You know what I'm saying? And once you try to understand that kind of process, we will be in a space somewhere we're understanding the scenario where these things are coming from, where these things are leading towards. You know what I'm saying? So you understand where these things are leading towards. You have the right way in how to see shit. You know what I'm saying? And the right way in how you see shit become the element of where you create uh certain elements within yourself. You know what I'm saying? You create certain uh, astrological processes within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because the language you speak is from the tongue. You know what I'm saying? And it's what you put behind that vibration, that the word is what creates the magic. That's how that's the space on where you derive from the gravel, from the dirt, from all that shit, and pull out what you need from that kind of system. You know what I'm saying? And once you pull out from what you need from that kind of system, now you're in a space on where the whole process becomes more fluid within itself. And once you understand how it becomes fluid within itself, now you're understanding the ways on how you should be looking at things when you go back to your indigenous ways. You know what I'm saying? When you're looking at things like, oh shit, this is interesting. Like, when I see, mother will start talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll start to hear it, and it lets you know certain things on what you should be doing, how you should be going to probably, like knowing what to sting, knowing how to, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, you once you understand these things from the natures, you protect land, you protect mama. You know what I'm saying? You don't let nothing go against or come against mama. Anything that's fucked up that you see, like, oh hell no, I ain't gonna, like, what the fuck is this? Nah, hell no, let me jump in this shit and do my part. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know, like, mama will give you certain energy vibrations, like, that you'll start seeing, like, you start seeing certain colors, numbers, things like that. You're like, oh shit, okay, this is the shit. Let me start getting into the energy, and then start getting into the form. You know what I'm saying? And once you start understanding that, now you're understanding, okay, this whole thing is some sort of elemental process that I understand within myself, because I have this sun and moon within myself. And if I'm lost in a particular way and how I see these things because of how somebody else came up with us a way and how these things should be seen, that I know I'll know how to spot the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'll know how to spot it and be like, okay, this is not real. This is not adding up. So let me go and be that role and play that character that I know that I gotta play, like that. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying, that has that right elemental ways of looking at things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no matter what, we're all gonna be in a process on where, you know what I'm saying, we're trying to develop certain foundations within ourselves and trying to understand certain ways and how certain things come up within. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. All right. All right. Yeah, check 1 2. I'll be good. But yeah, cause I gotta be somewhere. I got. But yeah. So I go for 5 more minutes. But yeah, like it's kind of. I want to break this down real quick. Yeah, but yeah. So like I said, leaving it up to God is something you need to find within yourself. Because if you don't find that shit within yourself, you'll be in a process of where you're trying to limit yourself into a certain way and how things should be seen. And if you're limiting yourself to how things should be seen, to a certain element and how somebody else told you how that's supposed to be seen, you'll forever think to yourself like, oh, this is a way and how I should be living, or this is an outcome how I should be going upon things. And you never want to be in that certain space. You always want to be in a certain space where you're understanding these things and understand where these things come from. You know what I'm saying? Because when you understand where these things come from, then you're in a space on where you're creating certain actual foundations, actual process systems, or where these things are is expanding itself. And once you understand where these things are expanding itself, then the expansion becomes more greater than the contraction. And the contraction, when you understand the contraction element, you understand where these things is leading up towards. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what, you want to be in a space where you're understanding where the whole expansion contraction energy is working within itself. And then once you understand that, you understand that God within, that God you're trying to look for in the outside realm is actually within you. So when you understand that, you understand that the ways on how, you know what I'm saying, the whole thing is supposed to, what the hell, bro, what the fuck, my nigga, this camera be, because what the fuck is, like, I ain't gonna get too much in it. But yeah, so it's shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So like no matter what, you gotta be able to see these things. You gotta be able to know where these things are coming from. You know what I'm saying? You can't be lost in the sauce, thinking something is this, something is that, something is that, something is that. This you want to be understanding that all these things have a sort of say so in the way of seeing these things. You know what I'm saying? So once you understand that, the whole context clue, the context clues that you come within yourself, that you understand within yourself, you start seeing them and they start playing out in your life in simple ways that you may have not seen it like that. You may think, oh, it's this. Like you may think, no, this shit is not really happening, but it's really a message for you to see for yourself to understand. Is this, know how to look at this, know how to decipher it, then go upon your life within this message. You know what I'm saying? Because the message is trying to give you a message to relay something. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand how to relay that message, then you'll be in a space where you're understanding the ways of how you come to grips with your indigenous natures, understanding the land where you came from, understanding, all right, this is where I come from. Now let me just decipher this and see how many times I've been going through this process, how many times that all this shit, you know what I'm saying? And once you understand all that process, you start to understand, okay, this is some shit that uh I'm able to know within myself. So let me not get lost in the sauce thinking something is this, something is that, something is that, something is this. I'm understanding where these things is coming from a main direct position point of view. You know what I'm saying? And once you understand where these things are coming from a main direct point of view, you'll be in a relative space on where the whole things that derive out of that seed, derive out of that water, you start taking all the shapes and forms of that of that atmosphere to become you know what I'm saying, that great body of water, elemental air element slash some sort of cloud. It's just some shit that you create in that space. And once you take that form, that's where you start to derive your king queenship energy. You know what I'm saying? And that king queenship energy starts to remind you, okay, this is what I've been doing the whole time. So let me get with the natures. Let me not get lost in the sauce thinking it's this or thinking it's that. I'm now seeing the whole perception of where these things lead towards and lead to. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't understand where these things lead towards and lead to, now I'll start to think that somebody else came up with a conclusion where these things lead towards and lead to. And I'll start thinking, oh, this is because this person said it's like this, then it's like that. But me not understanding that it came from me me being in there that this internal space of understanding myself and understanding where these things are coming from. So once I understand where these things are coming from, now I'm understanding where the battle is at. The battle's really within myself. So while I'm out here battling the outside world, I gotta be battling my inside world. Understand, oh shit, this is my shit. This is the shit I gotta understand within myself and not get lost in the sauce, thinking, oh, the outside world is this and it's that. And no, I gotta understand where the shit is coming from. You know what I'm saying? If I don't understand where the shit is coming from, that I'll forever be thinking that, you know what I'm saying, that the problem is within is the outside when the problem is within the you. You know what I'm saying? When you understand the you, like I said, it's the power in the you. When you understand the you, and then it always leads back to you. You know, you have the spiritual leadership qualities of what it takes to lead or be in your chief energy. You know what I'm saying? Or chief energy, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, and that's where the power is at, real shit. But I gotta be somewhere. So Just Sparks Star Pilot, and we out in this motherfucker.